Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss the brand Buffalo Trace, which is celebrating 25 years this year. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Kathy Poole, Luke Otero, and Jeff Andruzzi.
Hey, gang, what's up?
You guys.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, so yes, Buffalo Trace, 25 years old. And, there's inventory that they bought and all that. They bought an existing distillery, which was called Ancient Age at that time. It was only called that for a very short time. Before that, it was George T. Stagg. And then, it goes back to Old Fire Copper, all the way back. This is a very old distillery, but under the name Buffalo Trace has just been the last 25 years, which encompasses the knowledge of most of our listening audience. I'm sure ever since they've been into bourbon, Buffalo Trace has always been there, but that name hasn't been around forever. It's only been around since 2000, or 1999. So we'll talk about that, and we'll get to that after the break. But for right now, Luke said there's something he wanted to talk about. What is that, sir?
Yeah, so when this episode airs, the Olympics will have concluded.
Yes.
I'm just curious if any one of you have a favorite event that you like to watch, or if you're even going to watch any of the Olympics.
Okay. I do. I like the Summer Olympics a lot. So I like a lot of the events. I like all which is odd because I can't run or anything like that, but I like all the track and field stuff. I'm definitely big into that. So I'm very much looking forward to watching a bunch of Olympics and catching some of it. I was watching it tonight, which was just as we record this opening ceremony stuff. So no events or anything like that, and I didn't really care for the opening ceremony. But I was hoping maybe they'd start some events or something before I got up here, but it did not. That was not the case. That was still going on. So how about anybody else? What favorite events or something like that?
Love women's gymnastics. Simone Biles, probably going to whip out something crazy. She's the greatest to ever do it. I cannot wait to watch her.
Okay.
And Snoop Dogg's hosting, which is
I know
he's just doing side quests.
that counts as an event. I think Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I love that guy. It's hilarious.
During an event, and I am going to watch because I want to hear that commentary. And then I heard today that Martha Stewart's going for the dressage at Versailles because he's afraid of horses. So we got Martha and Snoop back together. I'm here for the commentary this year and Simone Biles. Other than that, I don't care.
Okay. Simone Biles. Okay.
Yeah, the gymnastics, the diving.
Yeah, diving's good. All the pool stuff's good.
The pool stuff is fun. I hope I get to see it. I mean, I'm a streamer. I'd have to find it on some sort of thing that's gonna.
Oh, you don't have just like regular TV?
No regular
I
TV.
think this is good though, because like anything that's like impressive, you're gonna get a million clips online. Like you don't even have to watch whole thing and be bored. You'll just get the highlights.
It's true. You get the highlights. You get the highlights. For me, the Olympics is it's kind of it can be also just background TV while it's going on. You know, you're doing other things, just throw it on, and if there's a moment that is worth watching, you pay attention. But if not, you just go about your day. So
Yeah, and I like to see the medal counts. I like to know how we're doing.
medal counts are good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've loved the Olympics since I was old enough to watch, and the whole spectacle, it's just awesome, and the people competing at the top of their game, and
Yes.
and I've loved when it used to be in the same year. The winter and the summer used to be the same year,
Right.
and a few years ago they switched, so it's every other year. Well, and I'm thinking, didn't the Summer Olympics just happen? Well, it was 3 years ago, because they must have had a COVID delay.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. The COVID
Yeah.
delay.
Yes, they did.
21, but the last Olympics and this one now, I'm really looking forward to the women's volleyball, because one of the not
Jeff.
not the beach volleyball.
No, you've already.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
No, the one of the players
Uh-huh.
is the daughter of an acquaintance of mine that
Sure.
during work
exciting.
she worked for a company that we did a lot of business with. She was an inside sales rep, so he get to know her, and all of a sudden her daughter's on the Olympic team. She was there 3 years ago, and she's back this year.
Okay.
That is impressive.
Yeah.
So now I've got just this tiny little bit of a connection,
It's
and
degrees.
Okay.
Yeah.
and last time I don't know where the Olympics were, but all the volleyball games started at like 11 o'clock at night, and
Okay.
So this is in Europe this year. The last three, I think, were in it was Beijing and Pyongyang, and then we had to have a miss because of the COVID thing. So the Olympics, I heard a podcast, and they were talking about how important it is that this kind of brings the Olympics back, because they didn't have fans at the last two Olympics. People weren't allowed families weren't allowed to go. People weren't allowed to be there. So now it's more exciting and it's more personal and everything.
That's cool.
So.
Yeah.
Performing in an empty stadium has to be the weirdest feeling. That couldn't have been
Right.
fun for even the athletes.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out since Jeff mentioned he's got a connection to someone in the Olympics. After the Olympics are complete, they go to the Paralympics, and I have a close family friend who is involved in the swimming of that. She is legally blind, and she's done well through the years. This is probably her third Olympics or something like that. She's gold medal winner and things like that. And I'm rooting for Colleen Young. So my friend Bridget Young, who I've known forever, going back to we worked at Schnucks together, and then we didn't see each other for like a decade. And then we worked together when I had the corporate job. So, and when I went in the sales job in between, didn't see her. And then I go to the corporate job, she's there, and we reconnected, been friends ever since. So her daughter's in that, and wishing her luck. So, she's been up to the shop before. Yeah, it was really cool.
Fantastic. I don't think the Paralympics get as much attention as they should. Those are impressive for everything they overcome. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm going to give a shout out then to the volleyball player. Her name's Jordan Poulter, and she's a setter.
All right.
And
All right.
Rhonda, and
Good luck to Jordan. Yeah.
Yeah, she's the one. If you maybe didn't see it, but she twisted her ankle really bad in the last Olympics, and were concerned that she wouldn't be able to play. But she was able to recuperate and get back on the floor, and they won gold. So it was
cool.
just
That's
awesome.
exciting.
That's cool.
Go ahead, Stu.
I was just going to say, for the Olympic medalists this year, I guess they had some reconstruction work done on the Eiffel Tower, and incorporated into the medals is a small sliver of the actual Eiffel Tower, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a cool thing in the medals, yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I love it.
Well, I love the Olympics. I just think it's the world peace games. I think everyone's there for all the right reasons, and for us to hear the stories like you just said, Steve and Jeff, the local connection. That's what makes it all that much more special.
Yeah.
Specific events. I love all the track and field. I love all the golf. I love the Victoria. My daughter loves the volleyball. Boxing. We just love it all.
Right.
So,
yeah.
like you just said, Steve, when they're on, it's the background noise. and Lucas gets it all captured on his, like Stephanie said, there's 1,000 clips. He keeps up with it that way. But we're a big Olympic supporter family, and always have been since we were little. And just so
it's special, right? Look, there's nothing like that in just the common folks like us. We don't have anything like that where you dedicate your whole life. And 4-year increments where you're building up to do things. And some of the athletes, depending on what sport they're doing, they might only get one shot at doing that. And that's it. Others, there's other sports where you might get 2 or 3 but it's limited. It's such a short window. And again, you're working that's why you see so many of them crying when they're winning medals. It makes sense. I mean, your whole life is dedicated to this. You can't do stuff with your friends. You can't eat. You gotta always be training for this. And then it comes down to that one moment you win. Whew, that's got to be powerful. I can't even imagine. Yeah. It's wild.
This is so positive, but it brings me to a meme I found today.
Oh, God.
It's good, though. So in order to get a true representation of each country's athletic skill, the Olympics should randomly select citizens to compete like it's jury duty. So who's next? Files? No, it is a 39-year-old electrician named Dale, and he does not look confident.
Yeah. There you go.
Podcast getting selected to compete in the Olympics for any sport. I maybe could do archery. I don't think I could compete at anything else. It wouldn't be
McNew and archery. That'd be an insurance nightmare right there. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Sign this waiver, please.
I think the Olympics would be ruined.
They'd ruined it.
I want to see it. So they don't have to compete in the actual thing, but be like, hey, this Olympian is 32 years old. It's her last Olympics. We selected a random 32-year-old from Kansas. Let's see how good she really is. Would be amazing.
I read that there's like a ping pong or table tennis person who is coming to the Olympics, and she's like a grandmother, and she's been wanting to do this for 38 years, and she's playing for a different country or something.
Huh.
You can do that. I think you can get traded to other countries.
You get traded. Player to be named later. Yeah.
Grandma to be named later.
Yeah, interesting. All right. On that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start this time with Jeff. Jeff, what do you got, buddy?
What? Well, in honor of the Olympics, then, I've got some Michter's US 1.
Michter's US 1, okay. Oh,
very
tough
nice.
Beat. That was solid. That was solid. I'll go next. I've got Buffalo Trace. Since we're doing a Buffalo Trace show, their kosher wheat recipe.
Kosher wheat.
Dang.
Add some base.
Not enough. Jeff has the lead. McNew is next.
I'm going to go some Weller 107.
Okay. Also Basie, but not enough. Luke is next. Jeff has the lead.
Well, Stephanie and I have ESPN because I'm doing the same thing.
Yes.
ESPN. That's the Olympic version of ESP.
Yes.
Weller 107. And here we go. Quiet, whatever.
Okay. Basie and sloshy. So, yeah, all right. Last but not least is Kathy. Kathy, what do you got
I'm going
here?
to pull out the only Buffalo Trace bottle I have, which is my E.H. Taylor.
Oh.
We know it's not performing.
Okay. No, not enough. Jeff, you win, buddy. You get the gold.
Cheers.
Get the gold.
Cheers.
Cheers, US.
Cheers.
All right. We'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about Buffalo Trace, 25 years old. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
This is Willie C. Moore, and I'm here with MB Rowan, and you're listening to the Bourbon Kit Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about Buffalo Trace celebrating 25 years.
Yes, we are. So Buffalo Trace celebrates 25 years in business. I went to them for the first time in 2000. So they were 1 year old at the time, and they were very new. I had never heard of them, and they were on the Bourbon Trail at that time. I went after reading about the Bourbon Trail in USA Today, back when I had a job where I traveled, and always read the USA Today while I'm out on the road. And they talked about the Bourbon Trail, and I went, took the family, and we went to Buffalo Trace as one of the places, and I liked the whiskey. I did, so that was cool. My first exposure to the bottle looks the same as it did back then, with the buffalo on it and all that. So yeah, that was my first time I ever tried it there, and I liked it. So yeah. That's pretty cool.
Our group got to Buffalo Trace earlier this year when we were out. We went to Neely, and then on our way back towards the rest of the Bourbon World, we went down to Buffalo Trace and spent the afternoon with them. And what a facility! You know, big, spread out, people everywhere, obviously, but just fabulous history. And you try to soak it in and try to understand, all the connections, but certainly a long lineage well before the 25 years, obviously.
Yes, so. Yeah. And it's a beautiful campus for sure. And, they have it down in terms of how they do the tastings there and things like that. They've also got a great gift shop if you're into picking up things from some of your favorite brands. I mean, their gift shop's huge.
Huge.
Yeah. It's all broken out by brand and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's pretty awesome.
And they have such an array of experiences you can do.
This is true.
Not just the one tour. You can tour. You can go see Bourbon Pompeii.
Yeah. It's
so
got to be pricey though, right, Kathy? That stuff, getting to all these different variety of tours, it's going to hit you pretty hard. That's free. It's free. All their tours are free. How much do they cost? Zero. Yeah. That's what's so cool about Buffalo Trace.
I don't remember it being expensive.
Yeah, I was just trying to set you up there to hit it out of the park. I threw a nice underhand, and then she whiffed. She missed.
Obviously, should not be in the Olympics in any sport.
Yeah. What were you saying, McNew?
Take a lob from Steve Akeley.
Yeah, I tried.
I thought that their ghost tour or the hard hat tour had a price, but it was literally like minimal where you didn't notice. I could be wrong.
Hard hat's $0. Now they do some things around Halloween, like ghost tours and stuff like that. Those may have a cost. I don't know. I've never been on.
Might have been what I was thinking, but it was like $20. Like
okay,
yeah. But the fact that theirs are free, because some tours are like $40, and I'm like, for an hour? So
Right.
some tours at other places get a little ridiculous, but
$40, and then they drop you in the gift shop where all of the expensive
Yeah.
things
Stuff
to buy
is, yeah.
are.
That hard hat tour sells out so fast.
Well, sure.
I've done that. It's fun because, get this, Freddie Johnson ran my hard hat tour.
Whoa.
that's
Awesome.
hey,
And it's different every time, right? The thing that saddened me was there are not actual hard hats distributed to
I did want to wear one if I took that.
me too.
Right.
That should
Sure.
be
I'm
a,
like, where's
that
my
should be
hard
a-
hat? And I,
That should be a
no,
parting gift.
no hard hats.
No hard hats, huh?
Like charge me
But a
$5
fantastic tour.
I'm fine
Or
with
a-
that.
Or a mini one that you could get a shot of something in.
Right?
Mini hard hat.
For the last 10 years, I've been there 3 times, and they never charged. And I did the hard hat tour twice, and Freddie Johnson was our tour guide twice. And
Nice.
it was like you said, Steve, beautiful campus. They're doing it right. They're doing it, and they don't have to. I mean, if they wanted to do something different, they probably could. But look at the success they're having, and they don't need to do anything different. I don't think.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Everyone would strive to, get where they're at. So yeah, that's amazing.
It's amazing how popular, because I went into our biggest liquor store and I don't think there was a product on the shelf that I could buy.
Yeah.
Probably not.
There was no one of them.
Well,
Yeah, no. One of the things that comes up when you hear, Buffalo Trace is 25 years old, I always want to relate it to what else was going on.
okay.
So, things that happened in 1999. We all remember Y2K,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The Sopranos started on television
Loved it.
25 years ago, the same year. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. The one Star Wars that most people want to forget. Same age as Buffalo Trace.
That's the one with
Jar Jar Binks is the same age
Yes.
as Buffalo Trace.
Jar Jar Binks is exactly the same age as Buffalo Trace.
Wow. I remember that when I went on that tour. They're like, "Have you seen that movie with Jar Jar Binks?" I'm like, "No, missed that one."
No, not yet. Not yet. I haven't seen
used
it.
to put him on Pepsi cans. So that year, Pepsi did a whole thing collaboration, and you'd collect the cans that had all the characters. I remember the Jar Jar Binks one for some reason.
Oh yeah.
What else, Kathy?
The first Matrix came out.
First Matrix.
Wow. I wouldn't have put those two together.
Right.
Somebody survived impeachment. You might remember his name.
Okay.
Yeah, Bill Clinton. Let's see. In history, in 1999,
1999.
the creation of the euro. The
Euro.
euro is 25 years old.
I thought that was 1,000 years old.
Here's one that you might understand, McNew. Napster.
Napster.
My God,
Napster happened in
the
1999.
viruses I put on our family computer because of Napster.
Really?
Same age as Buffalo Trace.
Download
age.
viruses all the time. My brother and I were menaces with Napster.
Okay. Napster.
Who's had a better career, Napster or Buffalo
Right.
Trace?
Right.
Right.
What else, Kathy? She's looking, scrolling.
I am. Tiger Woods won his first PGA championship.
Wow. First
Wow.
one. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like yesterday. So time goes by quick, right?
Apple
Man.
released the Power Mac. I don't know if that helps.
I don't remember that one. I don't remember that.
Wayne Gretzky was inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Really?
Buffalo Trace came around the same year Wayne Gretzky got into the Hall of Fame.
Wow. Okay. Wayne Gretzky. Well, that's pretty cool.
Man.
Toy Story 2.
Electric Boogaloo came out.
Toy Story 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, that came out. Pokemon came out.
Oh, Pokemon. Okay.
Woodstock 99.
Oh, yeah. You watch
That
the
was a
video.
great show.
You
That was
watch.
huge.
You watch the documentary about that. It's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really good. They don't like Fred Durst. They don't like Fred Durst. or the Chili Peppers.
Back, Steve, he's doing another tour called the Losers Tour with.
I know he was just in St. Louis. Yeah. Yeah, Fred Durst.
The
he's
New
out
York
there.
Yankees won the World Series,
Well,
and
everything was good.
SpongeBob premiered.
Well, SpongeBob. Yeah.
So I think it would be fun to talk about what we were all doing in '99.
Okay.
I was listening to the Spice Girls and watching SpongeBob and drinking Jar Jar Binks on a Pepsi can. That's what I was doing.
All right. I was watching plenty of SpongeBob too. I had a daughter born in 1997. So 99, she started watching SpongeBob. And I was appalled by it at first. And then you watch it and you realize there's a lot of adult humor in there. It's one of those shows that's made where adults can watch it and get things that, and there's nothing bad that's in there. It's just a lot of the jokes fly over the kids' heads. It's not, it's just, it's cool. There's an understanding of, hey, adults are going to be drug into this. Let's make some humor for them in there. So I liked SpongeBob. Unlike some.
I'd love to jump in here, but I was coming off my first divorce, so
Oh.
I can't really tell you I can't tell you many stories from
Me too,
'99.
Jeff.
Really?
I was coming off of my first divorce in 19.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
right, congratulations.
I wasn't divorcing Jeff.
Oh.
We weren't
Okay.
divorcing each other.
I got the story wrong. I thought you two were getting divorced. That was the story.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's
Yeah,
all
we'd have too much
you
in common.
Yeah.
In 1999, I was going. We were taking the kids to all their junior golf tournaments. We had just moved into a new house, and it was my 20th class reunion. Yeah, 20-year class reunion.
20-year class reunion. Okay. All right. That's good. Is it the house that you moved into? Is the one that you live in now, or was there another house in between?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Aw,
That's nice. Yeah.
25 years to your house. That's
Yeah.
exciting.
25 years to that in the
That's
house.
memorable.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
So you'll get to see it, Steve, when you come to Santa Fe.
I know. That'll be nice. That'll be good. What else?
So I'm surprised, so Buffalo Trace as a company, unless I just missed it, they're not having a huge celebration about this.
Right.
Nothing. Because
we
Disney,
saw nothing out there.
50 years, 100 years, Disney is like, ooh, fireworks and the whole parades. Buffalo Trace is doing nothing.
Do you think it's because of what we talked about kind of even before the show got started? When I'm like, hey, they're 25. You're like, I thought they were like 200. Or there's that mystique of that seems like they've been around forever. I don't think they want people to know that they're a younger company.
I think you're right, Steve. That's just it just downplays because they really are about the whole history. It doesn't matter
exactly.
who owns it. We're here, same property, same
name change,
I
yes.
think you're right.
Different distillery, no. So yeah. So I just don't think they want that. They're not embarrassed, but they wouldn't lie about it if you asked them. But it's just nothing we want to highlight.
So
Do you
Kathy,
think that they barreled something on their first day?
Well, probably. Yeah.
Somebody's getting bottles of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not us, likely.
Not us.
Yeah.
Kathy, in your little research, did you find how long Mark Brown has been at the head of them?
I think he's there the whole time, I think.
Yeah. I guess where I'm going at is that, they've run a really good tight ship over there.
Right.
And people curse them for whatever allocations, this and the other. But if you think about what they've done for overall the bourbon industry over the last 25 years, it's done nothing but good, to be honest. Is it hard to get some of these bottles? Yes.
Right.
But didn't used to be.
And here's where else I'm going to give them a lot of credit for. They've had to do this by themselves. All the other heritage brands are tied together through something called the KDA. They're not part of that anymore. And so you'd think that I bet you when they left the KDA, I bet you, and again, I don't know. I'm not trying to start a rumor or anything, but I would think that there'd be some they're just going to die on the vine without us. You can't be on your own in this business, and they've done just fine. And the KDA's done fine too. There's no losers in that breakup. They're both doing great, but it's amazing what Buffalo Trace has been able to do really by themselves. So it's cool.
Which when I did the Bourbon Trails 2017, when I finished it. I will never be able to finish it again, I don't think.
Right. You have to start now for the rest of your life to make it through it, I think.
Like, do we skip Buffalo Trace or do we make time for it? Because we were really like gut set when like we want to do the passport. I got to get all these passport stamps and I'm only here for 3 days. And it was like, do we skip it or do we not? And we're so glad that we did it. But I don't think it hurt them that they weren't on it. But I think maybe some people that were like passport might have missed out.
There's
and that's
probably some.
But
they definitely, if they just stick to the passport, they've missed out on a, because their tours are great. It's worth seeing the facility. The history's great there. Freddie Johnson's there. I mean, there's a lot of reasons to go to Buffalo Trace. And the whiskey's great.
The whiskey is so good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
they've earned it.
Yeah, there you go.
Happy 25th birthday that you don't want to talk about.
Happy 25th. Like some people, there's people who don't want to talk about their age. Buffalo Trace doesn't want to talk about their age either. So we're gonna respect that. Just do this one show and point it out to people. But yeah. So kind of a cool thing for them. So there you go. All right. Well, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Jeff, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
Yep, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, The Cigar Dojo, Jeff Endreezy, 2 I's and 2 Z's.
All right, Luke.
Yep, you can find me on LinkedIn, Luke Otero, and then also on Instagram, Luke at Santa Fe Boutique Wines.
Kathy.
You can find me on Instagram at KK Cask Strength.
McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website, abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. Come by and see me, the ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. Check us out online, abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For our audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.